Hey, Worm Ohana. Okay, we're going to go through some of the options you have now that you're at the end of the Learn to Worm project. We've had 50 families, and believe me, we had 50 different experiences. This is different for everybody because everybody's household is different. Your family is different, your food content is different. It was different for everyone, and we really experienced a range of results. And I know that there's a handful of you that it just was not a good fit. It didn't fit with your family, with the help you thought you were going to get with your kids, with the food waste you were generating, whatever. I know you've got a lot on your plate, and for whatever reason, you sort of decide you don't want to continue. That's absolutely fine with me. And I want to commend you for hanging in as long as you did. Please hang in long enough to do the harvest with us. And then if you choose to relinquish your worm bin, just bring it back to your school office, drop it off, they'll let me know, I'll come pick it up. No worries about your worms, or return them to their original colonies, and they will continue to live lovely lives, eating a lot of food waste, pooping out a lot of vermicast, and making some money for the school with vermicast and surplus worm sales. So they will go on to live a great life, just not in your household. No big deal, it just didn't work out. So option number one, return your worms to the school. If you do this, I'm going to ask you though to consider a green waste container or a green waste pile, because green waste is lots easier than worms. It will allow you to add small amounts of food, and the members of the FBI will come and work it. You don't have to worry about them. You'll just water once a week. That's all you have to do to keep green waste going, and you will stop putting that stuff out on the curb to be transported for processing elsewhere. You'll process it in your own backyard and make some very nice compost. So that's a nice alternative if you want to continue to recover your resource and keep that resource on your own property and enrich your soil. So we're going to talk a little bit more about green waste, review that for you. And if you do bring back your worms, I hope you will consider that option as well. Thanks. Okay, we've looked at some green waste vessels. You can use a manufactured one that you buy from a hardware store. You get a couple of rubbish cans, throw a few pukas in the bottom and a few pukas in the side, put it up on a couple of bricks, or you can use it. Any container will do. I have this big container at Kainalu Elementary that I maintain as my bug nursery, because you know who takes care of green waste? It's the FBI. And I am a great aficionado of all green waste systems. So if you decided to give up your worm bin and do a green waste pile, you will be very happy because it takes very little care. And even if you keep your worm bin, I really encourage you to do some green waste composting, because it's just a lot of fun, and you're going to take all the stuff that you used to put out on the curb and turn it into a beautiful soil. So this is my green waste pile. I put in trimmings and leaves and garden waste, and entire banana plants get in here. And let's see what else. Here's more banana. Oh look, here's my old jeans. Yeah, you bet. I compost all my old cotton clothes and shoes and everything. I compost any organic matter in my green waste pile, and it's just hilarious to see it all disappear. I love seeing all the different members of the FBI who show up to do this work. And let me show you the beautiful compost you get out of this. So you're just going to continue to fill it, water it, and in the end, you're going to have some really decent soil. And here in Kailua, where all we have is sand, you want soil rather than the environmental degradation of putting your green waste out on the curb to be transported and processed in H-Power or some centralized facility. Makes so much more sense to make your own soil with just whatever rubbish vegetation that comes out of your yard, including food waste. So you can't put in a ton, but those of you that have some small, or maybe you have a little bit too much for your worms that week, put it in. I put in like the orange peels I don't like to use. My green waste pile gets all my food waste rejects that I don't want to put in my worm bin. But gosh, they're fun. And here's how easy it is to take care of. you're going to water this thing down once a week. So just hit it with the hose, get it saturated. So that's the amount of care. You just keep putting in green waste and you water it. Water is always the key to decomposition. So you're going to water it real good. Keep loading it up with organic material of any kind. And you will have an even more zero waste household and a lot of fun watching this stuff break down to beautiful soil. So give it a try. Yay, green waste.